You know, when you pack your stuff and you go to Canada, like what you expect to do while you're up there is hunt dry ground. I mean, that's just what everybody goes to Canada for. I mean, you go because it's the time of the year that you can't hunt them anywhere else. And you go because it's quite possibly the greatest dry field hunting for ducks and geese in the world. But every now and then, you're up there freelancing. You can't quite figure out exactly what they want to do and where they want to feed. And a lot of times when it's super warm, they're not going out to fields and feeding very long in a field. And every now and then, you catch them on a little bit of water. We kind of have a running joke in our group. We call a water shoot in Canada an attitude adjustment, because while everybody wants to shoot them on dry ground, you go and hunt dry ground and the ducks don't fly or they don't show up, and nothing hurts your feelings worse than driving 1,800 miles to Canada and not shooting a limit of ducks on a hunt. And so we're up there in September. It's early, it's hot, and ducks are kind of not doing exactly right. And finally, about 45 minutes after light one day, we see a group leave this big body of water, and we follow them and kind of stumble up on this giant field of, or kind of stumble up on this giant feed in a pea field. And I don't know, it's 3, 4, 5,000. I mean, it's so dark, it's hard. I mean, how do you even put a number on a bunch of ducks out there at 700, 800 yards away? It's pretty tough. And we kept watching these ducks come to this field. And man, they're like, they fly to this field, there's a bazillion sitting on the ground, they fly right past them, and they start doing this vertical fall thing. And we watch maybe, I don't know, 15, 20 groups do that. And old boy in the truck with us said, there's gotta be water out there. And I was like, no way. We're looking on Google Maps and looking on the, you know, the aerials, and there is nothing that resembles water out in this field, nothing. We watch it a little longer. Finally it gets pitch black dark, they all leave. So we drive out in the field and look at it. And sure enough, there's water out there. And this hole of water, I promise you, is no bigger than a swimming pool in somebody's backyard. I mean, at most, it's 30 yards long, 15 yards wide. It's tiny. I mean, it is tiny. So, you know, the drill up there is after everybody gets done scouting, you meet up for dinner. We're sitting around the bar, everybody's kind of talking about what they found and kind of comparing options. And we tell everybody what we got. And I'm not sure they really believed us. I think everybody probably thought this was some kind of just a, you know, a little pothole or something. I don't think they believed us it was that small, but we talked it around. I guess all the duck hunters in our group, they just decided that's what they want to do. So we're gonna hunt the swimming pool. So the next morning we get up and make our way to the SO station, where we get our morning coffee and snacks and breakfast and everything. And man, at this point in the trip, I guess it was our 5th or 6th hunt, and I was exhausted. And I pulled Black Betty in, and I swiped my card, and I punched the button that said 87. Punched it again. Finally, I got it running. And I put that fuel handle in the truck, filled Black Betty up to the top. I don't know, 100 and something liters worth of unleaded 87 octane gasoline. And you know, that would be embarrassing if it was the first time that I had done that to Black Betty, but I think in her lifetime it was either the 3rd or the 4th time. I know it was at least the 3rd. And I felt it as soon as we pulled out of the gas station. She started kind of coughing, bucking, and I thought, gosh dang, what in the world have I done? Pulled her over on the shoulder, put her in park, told Blake or whoever's in the truck with me, we got to unhook the trailer. What's the matter? Well, filled Black Betty full of gasoline. So we ditched Black Betty, moved the dogs over into the rental truck, hook up the trailer. We hightailed onto the swimming pool. I'll never forget when we got out, when everybody got out of the truck, they just kind of stood around and looked. Everybody pointed their headlights at it, and I don't know, I think some of them probably thought there were going to be ducks roosted there, and some of them probably thought it was going to be a little pothole. I don't think any of them believed us when we said this thing is just a perfect rectangle. Looks like you dug it out with an excavator or something, a backhoe. And the whole group, I mean 11 of us, just stood there and kind of looked at it. Nobody said anything because it is so small. And I think then everybody just knew, man, if these ducks fly and they come by here, this is going to be pretty silly. And then it ain't going to take very long. I mean, from there, you know, all you got to do at that point, we really didn't even need the trailer for decoys or anything. We really just had to brush blinds. This thing was so small that we really had talked about probably would be best if we didn't hunt with any decoys at all, but we put a few of the inflatables out and got ready to hunt, bless the hunt, and while we're sitting there praying over the hunt, I mean, it's 45 minutes before shooting light, here they come. And they started falling in. And I said to Dennis, man, this is one of those hunts I wish Tripp could see. And Dennis said, this is one of those hunts you wish everybody in the whole world could see. He's probably right, because the way them ducks just fell in there, man, that's special.
Here.
Kennel. Man, this is one I wish Tripp could see.
Yeah.
He absolutely loves
Yeah, this is one you wish the world would see.
Coming in.
Sit. Sit. Sit.
That sound as good as it gets. Gosh damn. He doesn't just...
You put damn unleaded fuel in your truck every morning.
You damn right.
Shit.
I just get real good at siphoning that stuff out. Exactly what I said. That's just gonna make it look at that.
6 foot hang.
Yeah, we're a couple minutes away. Lord, we thank you for another beautiful morning. Thank you for a good night's rest. Thank you for just the opportunity to be out here once again. We're so grateful for all your many blessings. Keep us safe, Lord, and thank you once again just for the opportunity to hang out, be together, and enjoy another hunt. It's your name we pray. Amen.
Look at this right here.
Look at that. Right straight at it.
I don't think he's back yet. Why not? Look at that.
Hey, let's be real sparing on the calling, maybe none at all. Ain't gonna be much need.
Okay.
Try to get down, ignore the dog. Here we go. Here we go. He's trying to help me. Hold still, hold still, hold still. Okay, kennel. Okay. Silly. Okay. I mean, you know, you definitely don't go to Canada with the intention of having to hunt water and shoot a pothole or something like that. But the few times that I have hunted water, We've shot them so good that when everybody gets to send their buddies back home that picture, a big old stack of mallards, nobody looks at you and says, boy, I wish we hadn't hunted water this morning. Wish you'd have done something different. And that's why we call it an attitude adjustment.
Go ahead.
Kill him. Get him.
Stay.
Yes. We shot one time, everything was dying. Okay, kill him. Goodness. I mean, just making it rain. Kill him. Oh. We hurt those pretty good. Get him.
Stay.
One coming away. Yeah. Hold on, watch the dog. Just make sure you're clear. Good. Back, back.
He shot 3 times. I can't do it.
I mean, everyone's out. Everyone's out.
Whew.